Good morning, everyone. It's Lee Henson here, President and Founder of AgileDad, and it's time for today's Daily Stand-Up. So without any further ado, let's get started. The topic I wanted to talk about today is one that was brought to light by Henrik once made famous for his agile product ownership in a nutshell. This is a topic that he brought up called, it's interesting, he calls it focus, or stop starting and start finishing. And I love this. He says it takes effort to take a look at how agile principles can be used to get focused and improve your life, for both the same at home and at work. And I think the one thing that he points out in this whole episode is that he talks a lot about how to eradicate the phrase, I don't have time. If you don't have time to do things, what do you have time for, right? So I think it's important for us to take a closer look. And I think that sometimes we forget the basic Scrum values, the basic Agile focus. If we remember the Scrum values, the very first one is focus, F. And that's going to give us an opportunity to reset. And I think a lot of people don't want to reset. They want to keep starting and start a whole bunch of different things, but they never want to finish what they started. You hear me often talk about this as the Apple model, or the too much WIP in progress, too much work in progress, or, just there's so many different ways that this has been addressed. I think the big key here is, in order to really say that you're focused, in order to take that value to its fullest, I think that you need to be able to easily identify that you have a clear vision and strategy, and that you have a reason for what you're doing, right? What problem are you trying to solve? What are you trying to make better? And I think that when you do this, and you stop saying, well, this could solve the problem, or this, or this, or this, the more times you say or this, and you initiate something new, or get the teams pointed in a different direction, the more costly it becomes, and the longer it takes for the right solution to hit the market. So I think that Henrik's onto something here when he talks about start finishing and stop starting. I think that sometimes we always look at what we have and we say, I don't have time to see if that's going to work. Let's try something different, or let's move down a different path, or let's do this or that. And we find ourselves just starting again and again and again without ever taking time to stop, reset, take a breath, and determine what we need to finish. So this begs the question, am I saying to stop innovation? Well, absolutely not. But I am saying that you need to stop starting all kinds of new things and pick the one or two things that could be the keys to your success and get those things done. Knock them out of the park. Figure out a way to really engage and to make a difference, and figure out a way to really get more work done. Work smarter, not harder. Complete some things and get some feedback. I think the key here is, anything in our life we can constantly say, I don't have time. I don't have time for adequate, thorough testing. I don't have time for these things. I don't have time to vet out all my decisions. I don't have time to do the things with my family that I need to do. And I think that we need to start making time. And I think that when we start realizing that time is critical, and that time is the one thing on this earth that we have a limited amount of, right? You have unlimited potential to earn. You have unlimited potential to do all kinds of other things. But time is finite. Time is limited. And I think that sometimes we just don't realize that. So I think it's time for us to really focus. And thank you, Henrik, for bringing that to my attention. Henrik had a great article that he put out about topics that he loves to present on, and this was just one of them. And what I can tell you is this makes sense. This is just something that I really enjoyed seeing, and I love that somebody brought it to my attention. One of my students sent me an email with his list of topics, and I just think it's great that somebody's taking the time out not only to cover these topics, but to make sure that they leave enough information and some sample slides out there for people to see the gist of where they're going. So my challenge for you is, of course, to apply this in your personal life and in your work life. Figure out how you're going to improve your life, but start by saying, you know what, I'm not just going to keep starting up new thing. I'm going to figure out the right thing, and I'm going to take it all the way to the finish line. I'm going to finish the race. I'm going to earn the medal. I'm going to do what I got to do to prove to myself and to others that I can adequately begin and finish the things that I commit to do. And that'll do it for today's episode. So, we're going to keep it short and sweet today on Monday. We hope you all have an amazing week. And as always, we encourage you to stay healthy, stay well, and stay agile, my friends. Until next time, do take care.